Deion Sanders gets picked to be the next head coach of Colorado, right? And I think it's a great move by him. I think they're a sleeping giant. They won a national championship more recently than Penn State. I've been telling people that because they won it in like the 90 year, maybe 91, around there, same as like Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech was also rumored to maybe be interested in Deion Sanders. And so I think this is a good parallel where I think he was mad that Auburn didn't even talk to him. So he's coming into Colorado. He's going to be hot. He has his press conference where he comes in, tells players that he's going to be bringing guys in. So if you don't buy in, you're done. You might as well hit the transfer portal. And then he's hitting the portal very publicly, telling people to reach out to him. And you know how many tweets I saw going to him, Matt, of like grad transfers? It was insane. So I think they're going to be able to build a very talented team next year. You saw it with USC, right? You bring a bunch of transfers in, you're going to have a chance to be a successful coach. He was 26-5 in 3 seasons at Jackson State. Won back-to-back conference championships. Signed the overall number 2 recruit, Travis Hunter, to play for Jackson State. Went undefeated this year in the regular season, the first time ever. And last year he won the Eddie Robinson Award for head coach. A lot of people are knocking that, oh, maybe he was more talented. He just had a more talented team. That doesn't stop people from praising Nick Saban, Matt. Right? No one ever says like, well, put an asterisk beside Nick Saban because he had the number 1 team talent composite. He was supposed to win this year. But for some reason, they still lost to Auburn. And they backed their way into the playoffs. So Deion Sanders, I think, has a chance here to come in, get his guys. Remember, USC and UCLA are leaving. I think it was their athletic director or president or something. He was interviewed and he said, like, we don't really have the money for this, but it's going to come. I almost wonder if they're going to be pursuing the Big Ten too, right? Why wouldn't they? I think they have strong academics, history. They're kind of a bridge between USC and UCLA. We know Oregon's been begging. We know Washington's been begging. You're not just going to have 4 teams all on the coast. Colorado has a history with Nebraska and a rivalry there, right? So there are going to be a bunch of moving pieces where people think, oh, Deion Sanders is only going to be there for 2 years and then he's going to look for a better gig. If Colorado would get invited in expansion to the Big Ten, why would he move? He's going to be in a position where he can recruit the entire West Coast, be able to come in, be in one of the big 2 conferences already. Like, he's not going to take a job in a lesser conference at that point. And if he's competing in the top 10, in 2016, Colorado, they lost to Michigan, then they won the Big Ten, or no, the Pac-12, I mean. And did they make the Rose Bowl that year? I can't remember, but like that, they had a 10-win year, and then they had like some administration type stuff where they had issues with the coach, and the program kind of fell apart. But that shows me like they've won recently. It's not like Colorado's been like a dumpster for like the past 20, 30 years. So he could be able to come in, get recruits, and be very successful. What do you think?
I think he definitely has the potential, and with his ability to recruit, I think he could really flip things quick. And I think it helps to his advantage that he has access to the transfer portal. He can very quickly use his NIL connections and get that roster flipped. Now, is the media market going to be big enough in Boulder for Deion? Because I could see him wanting to leave for a bigger market to have more media presence.
But at some point, why does the media matter? If he keeps winning, it doesn't matter where you're coaching. You're going to get the press. Look at Scott Frost at Nebraska. Colorado's in a better position than Nebraska is, and he had so much press, it was unbelievable until he started losing. So I think Deion, if he wants the media, if he's winning, it doesn't matter where you're at. You're going to go ahead and get the press. I mean, even Matt Campbell at Iowa State, how much press was he getting? Right? It was kind of ridiculous at that point. It's like, Iowa State's not even the best team in the state. and they're getting all this press, and he's getting rumored to go to all these other jobs. So I think Deion, Colorado's kind of good for him because he's away from some of that, and he might be more successful there. Now, maybe he's a little angry, and maybe if Florida State came knocking or something, he would jump ship, right? Because that's his school. He's bringing a lot of Florida State guys, it seems, with him. And why not? Like, why wouldn't you try to get guys in that you know have had success in the past? Bring them in. I hear a lot of things about like, well, he might not be a good in-game coach. He better hire good assistants. That's everybody, right? If you hire bum assistants, then you're going to be like Lincoln Riley, where, yeah, your offense is awesome, but your defense just sucks, man. Someone said like, yeah, they're waiting for the Scooby-Doo meme of like the USC defense taking off their masks and they're actually the Ohio State defense, Matt. Just not making tackles or anything. So it doesn't matter how talented you are. You have to hire assistants. And I've said before, I think with the way NIL and transfer portal and things are, you're almost better to have a larger than life head coach. And then that guy takes all the pressure, gets all the blame and all the love. But then you have assistants underneath him that like just do all the game coaching. You're able to get your stuff in and they handle it. And then they have a chance to move on to other jobs. Like look at Michigan with Harbaugh. Every year you hear about assistants going to so-and-so. Oh, getting hired in the NFL. Oh, getting hired here. Oh, taking another job there. Some programs like Ohio State's like their assistants never leave. Why? Like, why are they not getting like, why is Michigan losing more coaches than Ohio State when Ohio State has had better success? So like if Deion's able to take that and say like, look, I'm going to start a program where coaches that are under me are going to be successful and I'm going to teach you how to do it the right way. Colorado could become one of the premier teams in the West, and not having a tougher schedule probably makes it easier for him because he can out-talent teams there. Look what Lincoln Riley did. He out-talented the Pac-12 this year. If Deion Sanders is able to come in, match that talent, and have like a hard-nosed defense, I don't see why they wouldn't be the favorites like going forward in a year or two. You can easily turn your team around and have them win 8 games next year. I very strongly believe that.